What you're about to hear will inspire, entertain, and keep you cheering for more. Youth baseball and softball players, coaches, and fans from around the globe join Coach Aaron and the field team on their journey to make the game even more fun and even more exciting than ever. From mound visits to dugout stories and game-changing plays, we bring you tips and stories from players, coaches, trainers, and more. Now. Make sure you've got your eye black ready, and let's slide into the action. On the count of 3, let's hear a big, loud play ball. 1, 2, 3.
That was good.
I thought so too. Like, this dude brought it. So that means we're back into the Slide Podcast, everyone. This is your host, Coach Aaron, and tonight I am joined with Lila, her puppy, and anyone else in the background that wants to show up. Lila, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing great, man. Lots of stuff going on, but before I get to any of my mess, like, what's going on with you?
Nothing much. Doing a lot of training. Just got back from T-ball, so that's pretty rough.
Are you coaching T-ball?
Oh yeah.
Now talk to me about that. Like, what is it like? You're 14.
Mm-hmm.
You're coaching T-ball, and one of those players is your brother. He's right there in the back. I see him right there. What's that like, coaching T-ball?
You have to be really patient just because they're still little and they're still learning. A lot of the players are first-year players, so you got to teach them basically everything that you need to know for baseball.
Do you feel like they listen? Now, are you the head coach?
My mom's the head coach. Oh, we're kind of both the head coach.
Okay.
So,
do they listen? Which one do they listen to most, you or your mom?
My mom. She has a bigger voice than me.
Lila, you got to learn how to cast and get them kids' attention.
I know.
Listen, get some baseball cards. I'm gonna tell you, baseball cards help at all ages, and this is for all coaches out there. It's funny. So I'm helping coach my son's flag football team, and so call your local baseball card stores and ask them if they got any boxes of common cards and tell them what you're going to use them for. Like, I called our local store here and they gave me a whole shoebox size box, I hear it, full of free cards. And I'm giving them away, and they're all big name cards. They're just common. They're not anything special. But kids will do some crazy stuff for cards, man. I'm glad you're coaching these kids. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Does it change the way that you play after you've had a chance to coach kids?
Yeah, they really, what they're trying to do there is just have fun. I really think I take that as one of my aspects when I'm playing. Mm-hmm. I feel like I can really learn from them, too.
Yeah. I think that's pretty awesome, though. Just because it helps give you, as you're explaining things to them, it helps you remember things better as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're talking about these basic things, and then when you start doing those same things, you're probably hearing yourself telling those kids. Mm-hmm. You're the role model. Now, listen. You've also had the chance to do play-by-play for your high school, and I got the chance to listen to you. You did really well. How was that?
It was pretty fun. It's my uncle up there in the booth, so I really just get to hang out with him, chat. It's nothing really high pressure, so it's pretty fun.
I think it's continued great experience for you. I mean, it's on YouTube. It's Taft High School Baseball. Is that correct?
I think it's Taft Bases.
Taft Bases. Okay. So they can follow you when you get to broadcast some of those games from Taft Bases.
I'm doing it this Friday.
Awesome. Listen, got to bring some of this fun stuff from the slide. Give us some shout outs.
Oh, yeah.
And, take advantage of that time. You got to tell some jokes too, though.
I will.
There's some dead silence, and you need to pick on your uncle like you pick on me. I listen, and I don't hear you picking on him like you pick on me. And, I feel like he deserves some of that attention too. Anyway, well, look, I am so proud of you, everything that you're doing and what you're working towards now, and very proud of you. So, you know what? What I got going on over here is I'm about to send out the brand new Slide podcast. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's white. All right. And I got a different colored gem in there now. I don't know if you can see it. It's not wanting to pick it up too much, but we're about to send out season 24 guest rings. And Lila, I don't know if I've ever really discussed this too much on the show. Maybe we have, but so every guest that gets to come on this show receives a custom Slide podcast ring. And so even our guest tonight that we're about to introduce, he'll get a ring at the end of this season. And the cool part about the rings this year is they're sponsored by Stinger Sports, and so Stinger Sports actually bought all the rings for these kids for this past season. And along with our jerseys, there you go, a little shout out right there. Same thing here. This is a Stinger Sports hat. But man, we're continuing to make things exciting. And hold on. By the time this episode comes out, it's already going to be released, so I can talk about it. But I think it's in 2 weeks, we're going to debut what's called the Twin Stripe Hype Show. And this is going to be the Twin Stripe Kids. If you've never seen them, go look them up on Instagram, social media. These are 2 kids, Carter and Cooper. These guys are twins at 10 years old, and they're going to be hosting our very first kind of sports center show from a kid's perspective. And they're going to talk about slide stuff, but you'll be able to find this show when you're listening to this episode on YouTube or Spotify or anywhere else you're listening. You'll be able to go to YouTube and actually watch these kids, their episodes. So they're going to talk about MLB. They're going to give their predictions. They're hardcore Yankee fans, so we won't hold that against them. But
I will.
yeah, I'm sure people will. I've already prepared them for it. But yeah, we're going to have some fun. We're going to hear kids talking about professional sports, and these kids are going to blow you away. So, but look, enough about us, because I'm going to tell you, the guest that we have tonight, this dude has been waiting to be on this show for months. And we can't delay him anymore. So look, welcome to the show tonight. A young man, 10 years old, from Santa Clarita, California, Mr. Mikey. What's up, dude? How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Man, we're great, dude. You started us off with a great play ball. Got the energy flowing here. I feel like I'm gonna say a bunch of silly stuff tonight, and Lila's gonna do a lot of picking, but it's okay, man, because I'm happy you're here. You ready to go, man?
Yes.
All right. Well, cool. Well, look, every guest has to start us off. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Okay. What we want to know is, who Mikey plays for. I said where, but we want to know who you play for, and which age division you're playing in, and tell us why baseball is fun for you.
Yeah. So I play for TBI National 10U, the gold team.
Awesome.
And I play in 10U.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And baseball is just really fun once you get to know how to play the game. And and it's the hitting and the fielding is just fun.
It's a fun game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now, the last thing that we have to ask our guests before we get rolling fully in the show, man, and this is just tradition here, but we need to know, and this is important for us, but we need to know what your favorite cereal is.
My favorite cereal's probably Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, snap. He done brought us back to the old school. That's
Yep.
Yep. That's the first one I feel like in this season that said Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Now, Mikey, the reason that's a big deal is Lila and myself have been, well, I don't want to say Lila because Lila's not a Cinnamon Toast Crunch fan, but like Cinnamon Toast
I like
Crunch
it.
is, yeah, well, I'm not a big fan, but it's okay. I'm a big Fruity Pebbles guy. And the other cereal that's competing against my Fruity Pebbles is Cinnamon Toast Crunch, dude. So you just added another one to the pile. So we're going to move past that one because, that's a boring cereal, I believe. And no, I'm just kidding you, Mikey. That's some good stuff, man. Well, look, man. So you play with TBI. How long you been playing with them, man?
I don't think even a year, probably maybe 10 months.
10 months? Okay.
Maybe like mid 2024.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you're getting close to a year there. How you like it so far, man? What positions do you play?
Good, I like it. First base.
First base.
Used to play catcher, but
Okay.
moved to first now.
I like some first. Now I played some first. Now Lila's a catcher, and so she likes anybody that's played catcher before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lila's trying to be a good catcher. She keeps working. See, sometimes I have to call her out. I mean, it's just fair. But actually, I will say I've got a chance to watch Lila in person, and she's a baller. Like legit, straight up against any dude I've watched play catcher, she's holding her own. So, well, that's cool, man. Well, what made you move from catcher to first base?
I don't know, like when I was playing catcher, I'm like wanted to try out first base, and then I just loved it, and I just made a move from catcher to first, and
Gotcha.
now, yeah.
Well, I mean, we always talk about pitcher and the catcher is involved in most plays, and I would say the position outside of pitcher and catcher that's involved in the most plays is first base.
Yeah, I love getting all the action.
Yeah. Now, you got a pretty good scoop over there on first base because you got to be able to catch those like one hoppers and those bad throws from all those fielders. You're doing pretty good at that?
Yeah, you could like maybe ask any of my infield teammates and they'll say I could pick some balls.
Nice.
That's right. Now, are you using a first base scoop or you were using a regular glove these days?
I don't know why, but I just use a regular glove.
Hey, dude, use what
Nothing wrong
works,
with that.
man.
Yeah.
I see a lot of kids these days that are on first base with a scoop, and it's like they don't know how to use it, and they should be using a regular glove like you. Like, do you. Like, like I don't think there's any need to switch to a first base scoop until you get older, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I just like don't like the feeling of because it's kind of big. The first base glove. So I just like stick to my normal glove.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're picking with a regular glove, then it's going to be pretty easy once you do transfer over to the scoop to pick with that because it's just so much bigger.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of kids don't understand, Mikey, and I believe like you do, is sometimes you got to get used to that different size glove. And like Lila just said, dude, like if you can pick with a normal glove, once you're ready for that scoop, man, you'll be picking everything because that glove's even bigger. So, all right, Lila, check this out. All right, before we started recording, Mikey was telling me about his first home run. Mikey, and all of our listeners and viewers here on YouTube are dying to hear this story. All right, how old were you when you hit your first over the fence home run? Listen to this, Lila.
7.
Jeez.
I asked him, I'm like, are you playing on a T-ball field and you hit this ball over the fence? What'd you say, Mikey?
No, it was maybe like 1, maybe like 2, 10.
That's not bad.
For 7? Dude. Now, what kind of bat were you swinging when you hit that home run? Do you remember?
My coach gave me this bat. My old coach. It was a Marucci Cat 7.
Look at that. You know what? that's it didn't that was a great bat in its day now. But it wasn't like nowhere like these new like super hot bats, like these high fires and stuff. But dude, that hitting it with that Cat 7, I know what that Cat 7 is. I got one in my garage. Dude, that's still a good bat. But man, 7 years old. All right. What was it like running around the bases at 7 years old after you hit your first home run?
Yeah, it was kind of funny because I was just like skipping around. Because I never felt like the feeling of hitting an actual home run over the fence.
Me neither. Me neither. So I'm learning from you. Don't laugh, Lila. Don't laugh. But dude, that's incredible, man. What was your dad doing and your mom doing when you hit that home run?
My dad was like next to the dugout. Well, like kind of not in the dugout completely, but next to the dugout. And my mom was just like where usually all the moms are.
Of course.
Yeah, that's right there.
We know.
Yeah.
And they went crazy, right?
Yeah.
Because, dude, I'm going to tell you, if my son hit a home run at any age, it would be hard to keep me from running the bases with him. I mean, seriously, Lila, like, come on, I ain't got to run them bases. And when my son hits one for the first time, I'm gonna need to get out there and run. Like, I won't touch the bases or anything, but I got to at least circle them with him. You know, I'm trying to convince him to play banana ball right now. So
yeah, he doesn't want to.
He's a little self-conscious of himself for no reason at all, because the dude's an athlete. But like baseball is a different type of sport for him than football is. And football, he feels more comfortable on the field. But I'm trying to. I've told him I've signed him up, but I haven't really yet. So I'm just going to see how that kind of settles with him beforehand. But dude, Mikey, though, man, like that's incredible. Do you still have that ball?
Yeah.
Dude, you better keep that ball, because that's going to be like when you have kids long time from now, you're going to want to show them that ball.
Yeah.
So, very cool. All right, Lila. I'm gonna let you ask some questions before I take them off.
All right, do you do any training outside of like practices?
Not really, but I do like sometimes just go out of my way and just do some training here at home.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's what you got to do, man. You know, because in the baseball world, dude, I feel like there's somebody training all hours of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, it never stopped. Baseball is a sport that's played on throughout the country. I mean, not just throughout the country. Let me rephrase that. Baseball is a game that's played throughout the globe. And so that means there's somebody playing when we're sleeping.
Yeah. That's what my dad says.
Of course. Yeah, dude, I hope you know he's telling the truth. Because if I said it and he said it, it's got to be for real. I mean, he would agree with me. I think he would. All right, Mikey. So you do some training. What's your favorite type of training to do to get ready to play baseball?
I don't have a favorite one. I just like all the trainings.
Okay. I like hitting. Do you prefer hitting, or are you like the man when it comes to defense and being on the field?
I'm kind of both, but I like hitting.
Yeah. I mean, I think all real ballers like hitting. Lila, what do you prefer?
I like both. I mostly like defense, though, just because I really get to show off.
Listen, I've seen some videos, Mikey, of Lila picking people off at third, and she's like coming from her knees to her throwing motion. She's legit. Like, I could probably steal on her, but you know, I'm special like that. But I've seen her burn some people up pretty good. When you were catching, did you ever get a chance to throw anybody out?
Yeah, a lot of times.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, that's got to be fun, though, right? Like, when you get a chance to, like, throw somebody out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that feels like, hitting a home run and a bat flip, that's kind of customary these days for a home run. But I feel like for a catcher, when you throw somebody out on a base, you need some kind of celebration. Do you celebrate when you throw somebody out?
No, I really just do this. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah. A little fist
Man,
pump,
you
a
gotta
little
hit him
fist
with
pump
the
action. Yeah. Lila's trying to,
holster.
yeah, Lila's shooting them with the gun and putting it in the holster because it's done and over with.
Yeah.
Like, see, I don't know. Catchers are kind of weird, man. Catchers like to do the hard work. I don't know. And then first base, like you over here running to the base every time the ball's hit. And, you got to deal with all these crazy throws from shortstops who think they have these cannons of an arm.
Yeah.
And you guys are, baseball players are crazy, Mikey.
Yep.
Is it an easy game for you? Is it a hard game?
It's sometimes easy and sometimes it could be hard, but
It
most of the
is.
times.
It is. It is, man. Well, listen, what do you think you batting right now this season? Have you started playing a lot of tournaments yet this season?
Yeah. We just played last week. That's how we got this banner right here.
I see that. So, well, I'm gonna tell you, how'd you hit?
Solid.
Solid. Okay. Is that about a 50? You hit about a 500. You got about half your at bats. You got hits. How you thinking?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah. Half,
Well, listen,
half.
as you get up in the MLBs, dude, because I feel like you're a kind of kid that's gonna get there. Like baseball's a game of failure. You ever heard that before?
Mm-hmm.
Like that means you're not gonna succeed as
Yeah.
much as you're gonna win. And that's why I say baseball players are crazy. Like you automatically know you're gonna get out more times than you're gonna get hits.
Yep.
If you
That's
hit
hard. How do you overcome
three
that?
out of 10 of them, then you're a Hall of Famer.
For real. 3 out of 10. How do you overcome that, man? When you get out, Mikey, do you get upset or like how do you handle that at 10 years old?
No, not like upset, but like if it's like a easy hit that somebody could do, like I'll be like, okay, you could do that. But if it's like a hard one, I would probably get upset, but like not upset where I'm crying, but like kind of mad, but not
Yeah.
that upset.
Well, I mean, I think all of us, like every time we get out, like we're not happy with it because that's not what we went up there to do, right? We went up there to get a hit. But I think it's okay to get a little upset, a little frustrated, but you got to be able to forget it really quick.
Gotta have a short memory.
Yeah. Because I've heard this and I believe this 100% for true is, if you let something bother you, the chances of you getting a ball when you go back out on defense is very high. And if you're still
Ball's gonna find
letting,
you.
yeah, that's exactly right. And if you're still letting that at bat where you got out bother you, we don't want to have an era now. So we got to forget that stuff that was bad and like make a big play now on defense. So there's this thing called the baseball gods, Mikey, and they seem to always find you. And if you ever think the game's too easy, the baseball gods are like, nope, let me show you.
Yeah.
So got to respect the game. Lila, when you were first starting, I know you're pretty hard on yourself. How did you deal with like failure and stuff? Especially it was even harder for you because you were playing a game that's primarily meant for boys.
Yeah.
Like so you had higher expectations for yourself.
So my dad always told me, if you're the one, since you're the girl, if you cry on the field, they're gonna remember you. But if it's a boy, they're just gonna be like, oh, it's just another one of those, They're gonna forget immediately. But if I'm crying on the field or if I'm making a big old fuss on the field, they're gonna be like, oh, it was that girl. They're always gonna remember. You gotta have a good attitude, shake it off, have a good mentality, short memory.
Well, that's easy for a dad to say though. How did you
Yeah.
deal with it? Because it's harder for you.
Honestly, I feel like I just have to remember that it's just a game, and really, it doesn't matter if I go 0 for 4 or 4 for 4. It's not going to change at the end of the day. The world's still going to be spinning. I'm going to go home, eat dinner, go to bed. It's going to be the same thing, even if I go, 0 for 4.
Yeah. I mean, 0 for 4 or 6 for 6. When you wake up the next day, you're going to be in the same place you were. And I think that Mikey, you can learn something from that right there, man.
Yeah.
Like just knowing, like, even those hard hit balls. Like what I would say, Mikey, is I'd get upset when I don't hit the ball well. But if you hit it well and somebody just happens to be where that ball is and they get you out, that's when you got to tip the cap. That's when you say good job to the defense because you didn't make it easy for them.
Yeah.
Like as a batter, if you're going to get out, make it hard for them. Hit the ball hard. Hit it right at them.
Put pressure on the defense,
Yeah. And any line drive where you get out or any hard hit ball, dude, you got to shake that one off, man. Like I get it next time.
Yep.
Because I think like being able to forget those bad times, dude, helps you prepare for all the good times coming. So don't let the bad times bother you too much. Now, I have to guess, Mikey. You're in California. You told me you were a Dodgers fan earlier. Were you excited when they won the World Series?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
What'd you do? How did you celebrate that?
I jumped all around on my couch.
I bet so, dude. Did you
Must
see?
be nice.
Did you? I know.
I can't even watch professional baseball anymore. It's too sad.
Why? Who do you want to see win, Lila?
Cardinals. I'm cooked.
Well, listen. When Pujols left, like that just changed the dynamics of that team. And even though Yadier stayed on he stayed on for another year after Pujols left, maybe?
No, they left at the same time.
Oh, that's right. They retired at the same year.
We got double duty. They both left, and I was like, "What are we gonna do now?"
I mean, you still got good players there. It's
it's just not the team dynamic anymore like it was.
Well, I mean that's where those like tenured players and players like Pujols and Yadier that knew what being a professional baseball player was about. When you take those guys out of the locker room, that changes a lot of things. So, but who's the first baseman for the Cardinals now? Paul
Goldschmidt.
Like I
Mom,
can
is he
never
still
remember.
the first baseman? Goldie? No, he left. No, he plays for the Yankees now.
How you gonna claim to be a Cardinals fan and you don't even know where this dude's playing?
I can't watch the MLB anymore. It's too sad. I don't even follow it anymore.
Well, you like me now. Like,
after the playoffs, I just stopped watching.
Well, I don't start watching till the playoffs.
Opposite.
Yeah, like to me, like I'm trying to figure out, like, see, who the real ballers are in town. But the Dodgers did pull some pretty amazing things out last year. I mean, they had Shohei, but they didn't have, they didn't have pitcher Shohei and hitter Shohei. So I don't know. I thought Freddie Freeman was the bomb, though. Who was your favorite player out of the World Series, Mikey?
Has to be Freddie, because that walk-off grand slam.
Okay, what did you do when he hit that? Because that right there was legendary. What did you do?
Actually, I was at a USC football game. It's a college out in Los Angeles.
Yep.
And I was there, and there's like maybe 15 to 20 people crowded around the screen because we were getting food. And then like there was a TV, and we were all watching. And when Freddie hit it, everybody just started screaming and high-fiving each other.
I bet that was so awesome. I bet that. Just imagine the environment, though. Like, Lila, like just seeing that. I'm so used to always pulling for a team that no one around me pulls for. Miami Dolphins there. So I don't know what it's like to have something like that happen. I had to have been freaking amazing, Mikey, and that's going to be something that you're going to tell your kids about as well, man. Like, you're going to remember this time when Freddie Freeman walked off a World Series game with a grand slam. Like, that's storybook stuff right there, man. Remember those things, man. Bookmark those things in your mind. So, well, listen. Since you're a Dodgers fan, what do you want to do when you grow up? Are you trying to be an MLB player? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to be an MLB player, but if that doesn't work out, I want to be an actor or a music artist.
What kind of
Okay.
music?
Yeah.
Kind of all genres, but I don't really like rock that much.
Mm.
And well, you know why I tell you don't like rock much? It's because rock music sucks these days. So, but if you go back when I was growing up, rock music was fun. But
Yeah,
I agree with you. I agree. There ain't nothing fun for you to listen to these days in rock music.
yeah.
And I do know this already. He's listening to some Kendrick Lamar right now. You feel like you're in the hip hop genre? Is that where you feel like you West Coast rapper? Or what you thinking?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a West Coast rapper.
That's right, dude. You know how to throw up the West Coast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta put that up for me. Put that up for me right there. Show us all. There, look at that, dude. That's right. We all got them up. Listen, I love
Yeah.
some West Coast, dude. I'll be your biggest fan, dude. Like, I'm ready, and an actor too,
Yeah.
dude. You could be a baseball player who was an actor
Mm-hmm.
who also had a musical career. There's been some baseball players that like have bands and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but nobody big. And I feel like Mikey, you might be the one, man.
There's
Yeah.
there's literally a bananas player. Is it Dalton?
Malden,
Yeah.
yeah, he has a
Yeah.
singing career.
I knew
But
that.
you know, there's like there's some players I can't remember right now, right off the top of my head, that after they've retired, they've kind of created some bands and stuff, but nobody really noticeable, Mikey. And that's what we need. We need, like, now MC Hammer, like, he was a bat boy. Did you know that? You ever heard of MC Hammer, Mikey?
No.
You ever heard the song "Can't Touch This"?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, of course you have.
Now,
Well,
if
look,
I heard the song, and now I know him.
that's MC Hammer, dude. He was an Oakland A's bat boy when he was growing up, and he turned into a rapper. And dude, he just you could do it all, man. Like, you can be like, I'm not even gonna compare you to MC Hammer because you could be even bigger than that. But hey, dude, in order to get to those things, you got to go through school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I wasn't a big fan of school. Lila kind of likes school a little bit. She takes some weird classes, like line dancing classes every once
I
in a
don't
while.
have
But
no. That was PE. They just made
hold
me
on,
do a line dancing unit.
y'all did line dancing in PE?
Mm-hmm. It was
Oh
horrible.
no, dude! Y'all trying to take away the best class and try to mix in
I
some stuff.
know.
Like, I remember that on our last episode, that you took line dancing classes, and that wasn't, dude. I would be upset about that. You could make some art class into line dancing or something, but not PE. Mikey, what's your favorite subject in school?
Math.
Everybody is math.
I
Mikey,
like
why do you
math.
like math so much?
I don't know. I just like try to solve like problems. It's just I just like it. I don't know why.
You ain't gonna like
Lila
math for
likes.
very long.
Well, Lila, you still like math?
I do,
You
but like,
Lila
why did
likes
I
a
say that with a
definite.
country accent? Whoa, this is not.
Hold
You're
on, what
rubbing
did you
off on
say?
me too
Go ahead and
much.
say it again.
I said I do. I'm saying it in country accents now. You've
You
got.
done,
Oh no.
you done been around me too long.
I know.
Well, Lila does like math. Lila likes
I
math
do.
because it's definite. Like, there's no
Mm-hmm.
question, did I get this answer right? Mikey, do you like that around like math?
No, not really.
It's okay, dude, because I'm right there with you. I wasn't a big fan of math, but you still like math, and that's okay. Now, you want to be an actor, you got to write. You got to like reading. Do you like to read books?
Yeah.
Have you read a book lately?
Yeah.
What'd you read?
Not really like big kid book, but I don't know. I just like because they're so funny. Diary of the Wimpy Kid. I don't know why.
Of course. Gotta love those books. I mean, that's childhood classics right there. Well, look, I'm gonna tell you, And this is something that I haven't been able to figure out yet, Mikey, for myself, because I don't do a good job of reading books. But if you read, you're going to learn. And if you learn from reading, you're going to be a smart dude. So keep up that reading, man. I'm a audiobook person. Like, I have to listen to it. But, dude, I wish I could read. And hold on to that love for reading as long as you can, man. And make sure your kids love it too. Lila, do you like to read books?
I do like to read. I'm on the third Hunger Games book right now. My sister yelled at me because I told her I hadn't read them yet. So she was like, "You just have to read them, Lila. Come on." So I started them. I'm on the third book now. Pretty good so far.
Those are huge books.
Really.
Hunger Games?
It's only like 300. It's not bad.
Okay, that's 300. Is it big words? Like big
Yeah, it's
print
kind of got a big
words?
font. Yeah.
Okay, I might be able to swing that, but I've already seen the Hunger Game books, and seen the Hunger Game movies, and I wasn't a big fan then. So am I going to like it with the books?
I think the books are better than the movies.
Always are.
Yeah.
Always are. Now, I will tell you, I did read, or I listened to, this is not sports related, but I did listen to The American Sniper, like that movie. But I listened to the book. And it was, Lila, I cried when I was listening to that. I did. It made an impact on me. But so reading is special. It is. I just I gotta get my mind right before I get into that stuff. So, all right, Lila, what else? What other questions you got for this dude?
So you're a first baseman. Do you have any special signs with your pitcher, like for picking off, or do you just let the catcher call it?
I have some signs for not for righties, but for my lefty pitcher. I just do this to pitch, and I don't move it to pick off.
Okay.
How many times have you guys picked off runners at first?
A lot with the lefties and righties.
Nice.
Oh, you know what happened to me? Let me tell you this story, Mikey. All right, this is a time where a first baseman got the best of me. All right, I'm playing Pony League. All right, now Pony League still exists, but because travel ball is so big, you don't hear about it. So Pony League was what I was playing when I was 13, 14, I believe it was. All right, so I hit the ball, and I get on first base. All right, Mikey, following me so far?
Yep.
All right, first baseman's holding me on. Okay, I take my lead. And you know what this dude tells me?
What?
He tells, this is horrible, Lila. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. You're going to laugh at this one. But he tells me my shoe's untied.
Okay.
And he gets me out. Because I look down at my shoes.
He got you out?
Because I look down at my shoes. They picked me off. Lord, I was not happy, Mikey. I was a very unhappy person then. But that's when a first baseman got the best of me.
Yeah.
And I learned never, ever listen to what that first baseman says to me. Do you talk to your runners on first base?
I was going to say that. That was one of my questions.
If they get a good hit and somehow they're still on first, I'll be like, good hit.
Okay.
And if they get hit, I always say, way to wear it. So
here you go. That's good sportsmanship, man. That's good stuff. That's what the S stands for in the slide, man. Well, you know what? At least you're not trying to play tricks with the runners like they were trying to do with me. But listen, keep that one in your memory, though. Yep. All right, because one of these days you might be on first and the runner's taking a big lead, and you're like, dude, how you going to try to steal with your shoes untied? And he's going to look down at his shoes, and you're going to pick him off.
Yep. Yeah.
And if you do that, I want you to think of me. All right, because I told you that.
I
got burnt with it, and I'm trying to pay it forward so that you can use it against your runners.
When was this?
A long time ago. Like, I was playing Pony League.
Obviously.
Like, that was before it became like a, it wasn't known to me that they were going to try to deceive me like that. But it's okay. It's all right. But yeah, they got me good. It was probably, Lila, that was about 30 years ago. Golly.
Yeesh.
Mikey, I feel old when I say that was 30 years ago. Actually, it was longer than 30 years, but we're just going to stay 30 years just because it was about 34 years ago.
Yeesh.
Wow.
Listen, don't learn from my mistakes, Mikey. If somebody ever tells you your shoe's untied when you're running the base, I just want you to look at them and just shake your head. Don't even acknowledge it, because Coach Aaron's already told you he got caught. All right, don't start slipping. So, all right, dude. You get drafted. Let's say you get drafted out of high school. Which team jersey do you want to put on and wear? Are you a Dodger?
Yeah, Dodger.
You want to play in Dodger Stadium, don't you?
Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine? Like Mikey standing up to bat at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think you'd be nervous?
Mm.
I want you to vision yourself right now when you're 19, 20, 21, 23. You're going to be standing in that batter's box, dude. Got to get yourself ready.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, I'm going to tell you. If that's what you want, you can do it. 100%. Lila, am I telling him something wrong right now?
Mm-mm.
And Lila would be honest with me. Lila would tell me I'm crazy out of my mind if she thought that. Promise you she would. But
I wish I could.
yeah, she can't do it right now because we think you're going to be there, man. Dodgers, that sold out Dodger Stadium. I don't think Dodgers have ever played a game in the last few centuries that hadn't been sold out. So, man, that's stuff right there, man. Mikey, you got to get ready for it. Crowd's going to be cheering. Mike, what are you going to do at your first at bat? What do you think is going to happen? Go ahead and predict it for us.
I feel like I'm gonna hit a single.
There you go.
Okay. Singles are
He made
solid.
contact. He got on base. Now, in about not even 20 years, 10 years, dude. 10, 15 years. Just remember me and Lila, okay, when you're playing in Dodger Stadium, and when you walk up to bat that first time and you hear that crowd, I want you to remember way back when, like 10 years ago. Think about, we were just talking about this. Okay.
Yeah.
And now every day when you get ready to practice and you get ready to train, I want you to always picture Dodger Stadium in your future. Okay. That'll help you push through all those bad times and those frustrating times when you can't seem to get somebody out or you can't seem to get a hit. Just remember, one day you're going to be playing in Dodger Stadium. You ain't got to worry about that stuff.
Yep.
All right, Lila, any final questions for this dude before we wrap this up?
What do you do outside of baseball for fun?
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff.
Clearly school, like, of course. And I just play video games, like, all day. And I play on my VR. And
Nice.
I just play basketball in my backyard because I have a basketball hoop. And a lot of times my friends come over to my house and I go to their house, and I usually just hang out with my friends.
Like it. You know what? I heard a lot of outside stuff. And that's the key right there. Be outside and be playing with your friends. Do that fun stuff. Now, listen, are you playing some Fortnite? You playing some Roblox? What are you playing?
Fortnite and Roblox.
I'm still learning about Roblox. That's a mystery to me right there, because you can play all kind of different games inside of Roblox or something. And there's this fishing game that my son's just like trying to catch these like crazy fish with. I don't even understand that stuff. Fortnite I know about now.
Yeah.
Do you?
I think so. Mikey, you pretty good at Fortnite?
Yeah.
You get all the cool skins and stuff that come out?
Yeah. I have Shohei Ohtani.
I heard that he's in the game now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you try to buy these battle passes every time some stuff comes out?
Not every time, but once I see like the battle pass, I'll maybe buy.
That's just still what I don't understand. My son goes crazy. Mikey, help me understand this. Lila, what you got there? Oh, I see
Got
that.
seeds.
Yeah. Help me understand this. Like, you get a battle pass and you buy all of these different skins. But those skins don't make you a better player, and those skins don't make you stronger or more strength. They just make you look cool when you're running around. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
My son wants the same thing. And I'm like, dude, you just like every time I buy him a battle pass, I feel like I'm just buying him more clothes for his virtual closet. Because I'm like, it's not like you're getting better. Like you're just getting more clothes to put on.
Yep.
And then he says, and is this how you feel as well? Like, because if you don't wear the new skins, then the OG players will think you're just a rookie. Is that the same thing y'all think?
Yeah. A little bit. Yeah. A little bit.
Could go
Lila?
either way.
Yeah. Because, see, to me, if I'm OG, like I'm going to run around with the original skin that I had because I don't need any of them fancy skins, and I'm about to kill you right now on Fortnite. That sounded bad, Lila. I'm about to kill you right now on Fortnite. I had to make sure I included that Fortnite in there. But that's cool, man. I think Fortnite's actually pretty fun. I've watched my son play it, and I've seen him get upset a lot. You don't get upset, do you?
Not really, but if he like hits me from like afar or headshots me, I get mad.
Yeah, he starts sniping you. Yeah. What? See, why you get mad at that though? That's just like they made it. That's a good play.
Because I don't like dying that much.
Well, I mean, none of us do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't
none of
win
us do.
time.
But I think it's fun though. Like my son, he if somebody hits him from behind, he don't ever see him coming, and he gets so mad. And I'm like, "What are you upset about?" Because then I like to watch, because you get to watch the person that killed you. You get to see like what they do and what they pick up and stuff. See, Lila, I'll be watching. I'll be paying attention, and I think it's fun to watch them play. But anyway, man. All right, dude. Anything else left you want to tell us about?
Nope.
No? All right. How can we find you on Instagram?
Little dude Mikey.
Little dude Mikey. Look, go find this dude. This dude puts in work. He's out there playing on the field, playing some first base, hitting some line drives. There's a lot of clips on his social media you need to go check out on Instagram. So, Mikey, we can't let you leave though, man. We got one last question for you, okay? Lila, take it away.
All right, visualize it. You're at Dodger Stadium. Your walk-up song's playing. What is it?
Since like this is gonna be all the way back, maybe it's gonna be like a new song, maybe.
Maybe.
But if somehow I'm 21 right now, or like in the league right now, it would be TV Off by Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a pretty good one.
Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. I like that. Good stuff, Mikey. Look, you can't go wrong with some Kendrick. And something tells me Kendrick's going to be around for a while. So, well, good stuff, dude. Well, look, glad you came on, man. I'm glad you like stuck through all the reschedules that we had and different schedule issues we had. Thank you very much, man. I'm glad we got a chance to get to know you, man. And I wish you nothing but success and promise in the future. And hey, listen, success in baseball doesn't come with a lot of failure along with it, right? So make sure you know that. Prepare yourself for that. Push through it, okay? Because I'm pretty sure we're going to see Mikey in Dodger Stadium in the future. So listen, every time you're out there on their field, that's what you need to be thinking. What do I need to do to get to Dodger Stadium? What do I need to do? And do that different stuff. Because if you're just doing what every other kid's doing, they ain't going to notice you, man. You got to do something. Put yourself out there, okay? And that's a hard thing for people to do, man, but that's what separates you from everyone else.
Yep.
Cool. Well, listen, thank you for everyone that still listens to the show. We appreciate you very much. Make sure to go recommend us to the people that you're at the parks with every weekend. Tell them to come find us, subscribe to us, follow us. because you never know when a cool dude like Ozzy will just show up right here on the screen and you get to see him. He can't hear us, but he's cheering. But come follow us. Come look us up on social media. Like I said, we've got Twin Stripe Hype show that's going to start in the next 2 weeks. And but by the time this episode's out, it's already going to be started. So make sure you're already watching, subscribing to that. Go find Mikey on social media. And Lila, finish us out.
All right, Mikey, until next time.
We'll catch you on the slide.
Thanks for joining the action and sharing our love for the game. Now go practice your swing, or at least look like a pro in the mirror. Subscribe and follow the Slide Podcast and the Field Team on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all your favorite social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review, a thumbs up, and recommend us to every person you meet. Got a question? Drop it in your review. We might just answer it on the podcast. Keep grinding, dreaming big, and remember, there's nothing you can't accomplish. Till next time, we'll catch you on the slide.